While opening the 7th Annual African Economic Conference in Rwanda, Kigali, President Paul Kagame said that this reality has been lent impetus by the fact that some African countries have already exceeded expectations.
According to the African Economic Outlook 2012, economic growth across the African continent is expected to rebound from 2.4% in 2011 and accelerate to 4.5% in 2012 and 4.8% in 2013. Some countries have even done better than these statistics have depicted. And because some countries from other continents show signs of economic stagnation, commentators have been inclined to think that this is Africa's time. Maybe it is, and we should make it so.
However, beyond the good results and interest, there is concern among some African leaders of increased external political pressure, which they say might damage the continent's growth path. This, they say, should be contained in African countries leading their own development agenda.
But if we must maintain the momentum, there are some things that have to be corrected. Firstly, the position that our development agenda can be controlled at will from a multitude of single interest entities is simply untenable. Secondly, African countries must know what they want and make plans to delink themselves from counterproductive political influences of others. The social and economic development of Africa must be Africa-owned and Africa-led.
To this end, more calls were made towards efforts for Africa to wean itself off the donor dependency yoke, especially this time when most of their economies are struggling to keep afloat. The African Development Bank President Donald Kaberuka also observed that Africa should start by building its own financial base to sustain its own economies.
Rich countries are very much concentrated on their own immediate problems to fix. As you can see from the Doha round and the climate negotiations, there is limited appetite for multilateral solutions which Africa needs very much. We must begin a search for internal solutions to financing our development. And number two, we must learn by what has gone wrong globally in designing our policies.
As the whole world rushes to Africa in what has been termed as the new scramble for the continent, the question of Africa deriving benefits from this new interest largely remains on how countries will position themselves politically. Malcolm Sime, NTV Business at the African Economic Conference, Kigali, Rwanda.